So, Dan, first of all, welcome to the club, mate.
Thank you.
You've joined the coaching staff and you've been sort of in and around the game. You know Akko from your time at Solihull and Blues. Can you sort of talk about your relationship with him?
Yeah. So obviously I've known Akko for a few years now. Worked together at Solihull Moors with the first team there, and Birmingham City Women with the first team there as well. Also in my role at Solihull Moors with the college programme there, worked with Akko for a spell there as well. As soon as he gave me the call to ask me to come on board, it was an opportunity that I was thrilled to be offered, and I wanted to know as much information as possible. And it sounds like a great thing that Nuneaton are doing. They seem like a club that are really trying to build again and go up through the leagues, which was it's a really exciting project, and one that I'm extremely happy to be a part of.
Yeah, so you mentioned about your time at Solihull, Birmingham City Women as well.
Yeah.
So sort of some people would view it as a step down coming to step 6, obviously being National League with Solihull. So kind of what are your reasons for coming to this division?
I think for me, obviously in the roles where I was working with Akko with the first team, a lot of them were voluntary at the time. Since then I've gone away and I've done a lot of work with a few other clubs. I've worked with Birmingham City Girls with their academy in a role that I'm currently in at the moment. So for me, it's massively about developing players. And I know that obviously this is a young squad at Nuneaton, with a good blend of obviously experience and young players as well. So for me, it's just my passion for developing young players, and I saw it as a fantastic opportunity. Like I said, the club seemed to really be on the rise, and obviously trying to progress through the league. So it's just an opportunity I'm really excited about.
As well, you mentioned about how you like to sort of develop young players. So how do you go about it? What's your coaching style?
So for me, I like to think of myself as quite a positive person on and off the pitch. I try and make an environment as relaxed as I can for the players, especially for the younger ones as well. But I'm really massive on like the details, where players need to be, why they need to be there, and obviously I learnt a lot of that through my experiences as coaching, and obviously on my UEFA B as well. I'm very passionate myself. I'm still learning, I'm still developing, and obviously I want to go on and do my A and stuff like that and progress through like that as well. And I'd like to think that I can have an impact on the players where I can sort of take them on a bit of a journey with me as well in terms of development and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really upbeat, really positive, but I can knuckle down and work extremely hard as well. And I like to think that doing that as a coach, it can obviously reflect on the players that you work with as well.
Yeah, so again, sort of mentioned about the development of players, but do you think it's going to be something that allows you to develop and is going to be a key factor in you obtaining your A licence?
Yeah, massively. As I said, I've spoken to obviously Akko and Dody about the direction where the club are going, what they want to achieve, and I think potentially, obviously now it's coming in work with the first team, but hearing what they've got in terms of plans for the future of the academy and things like that as well, it definitely seems like a good place to be and a good place where I could potentially further my career as well. But ultimately, the reason why I'm here is obviously to be part of a fantastic club and try and get Nuneaton back to where they want to be, and ultimately, I think that's what the fans deserve. Especially, it's been well documented the last 18 months what the club's been through, and I really want to help, and it's an honour to be a part of something to try and get them back to where they deserve to be and should be.
Okay, so it's a bit of a sore subject, but you mentioned about the 18 months that the club have had before. Did you sort of look at that when Russ and Akko sort of said, "Oh, we want you to come in," and be like, do I want to associate myself with that aspect, or did you see it as this is a new club, it's a separate entity, we go again?
I think for me, I know and I trust Akko. Like I said, I've known him for years, and I feel like Akko wouldn't, go into something and ask me to come in somewhere where he didn't believe in the project and what it was capable of. And I know obviously Akko is a bit of a club legend at Nuneaton and stuff, so I feel like he knows the club better than anybody, sort of thing. So to know that he had that, that trust and faith in the project of what we were trying to achieve, I had that trust in Akko then, and I think from initial talks with Akko and Dody of what the plans are for the current season and beyond, I think it sounds like a fantastic and a solid foundation to build on.
And finally, we've spoken about the players, we've spoken about yourself and Akko. The person that we haven't touched on yet is Dody. So sort of what's your take on Dody? You haven't sort of known him previously before coming in. What do you think he's all about?
I think he's a class bloke. He'll thank me for saying that. No, he's a great guy. He's very passionate. You can tell that. And I think it's infectious as well. From when I first met him, he sort of had enthusiasm it rubbed off on the players that we spoke to, and obviously myself as well. And I think that's the thing, because I'm quite a passionate person anyway. So when I work with people who are just as passionate and they have a clear, care and want to succeed with the club and stuff like that for me is what I look for. He seems like a top bloke, and definitely the sort of person, along with Vako, that will want to take the club forward.
Well, Dan, thank you for your time, and I can't wait to see you implement your style.
Cheers, thank you.